Nothing. I would read it just like because I want to. Because if you're my fan, I love you and I want to read your eulogy. Sometimes, like one time I was like sitting at this table, this restaurant, and like the guy that was sitting like right behind me was like, "Oh, are you Charlie Summer?" He was like, "I was DMing you the other day." And like I don't know, like 'cause he followed me on Instagram, and I think I didn't even know it was him, but like I was DMing a fan, and then I like saw him, so that was cool. Nothing really weird though. I'm pretty outgoing. Yeah, I would definitely tell you how I felt. Probably just the stigma that comes with it, but I think it's starting to go away. Like and I think it will continue to. I used to. And I would love to, but I don't have a cam set up here where I live, so I left all my cam equipment back in Florida, but I would probably do it again if I had the space for it. Yes, I do, and I think you're going to start seeing a lot more. Mason, the one I just did with you guys with Rob, is pretty rough. Doing more channel now, I think it'll naturally start to evolve it that way. Um, I feel like when you're newer, you do more like baby stepsister, that type of stuff. So I think it just evolves over time. But I've definitely been doing a lot more of that recently. Sometimes it just takes a while for the videos to come out. So I think the fans will start seeing a lot of that type of content. I think so. I have one fan in particular that's been my fan for a really long time, and he's from like New Jersey area, and he'll like go by like because I'm really obsessed with The Sopranos. He'll go by like these places there that I love, like these restaurants and ice cream places, and like take a picture of it and like send it to me. Be like, oh, I went by like your favorite restaurant, like your favorite ice cream place, and I always think like he's so sweet. I should fuck him. Yeah, I think that's actually what really propelled me into adult was being in the pandemic and just having so much time and having time to create content and time to cam and just being stuck in the house. Um, I don't know either way, you know. Probably that it's dangerous, I don't really think it's any more dangerous than a, a steel worker or, someone that like is a policeman or a fireman or like any other job that is way more dangerous. I think that people also don't realize, how much precaution, like the safety measures we go through and what it takes to actually even be on set to even get to that point. You have to invest a lot into it. So I think it's just a lot less dangerous than they think. And I don't think they know what we go through to keep it safe. And it's been like 20 years since we've ever had like, you know, like a HIV AIDS like crisis or anything really serious. So I would say that. PB&J. Like creamy. I don't mind crunchy, but creamy. But it has to be with chips. Like classic. I don't even yeah, like on the side. I don't even know if I could eat it without the chips. The chips have to come with it. Salty and sweet. I've actually never created an Amazon wish list, but do you think? I mean, always just like outfits, like lingerie. I'm pretty much a lingerie connoisseur. So I think if my fans ever asked me, like, oh, could I get you anything? It would probably be just like a hot outfit that they wanted me to wear. Probably M&M. M&M goes pretty hard. Chocolate. I actually never ate candy growing up, so I don't really like it now. My mom would never let me eat it. So I'm like never really like, oh, I want candy. But I do eat like sweets all the time, like just like more like baked goods or ice cream or something. Listen to the book or have someone read it to me. Agent Provocateur and I just love the quality of it and the quality of their stockings and just how unique and beautiful each piece is. I also just love going in there because there's so much fun to like help me like pick out outfits and I don't know, they just always have like really unique different stuff. They also don't repeat the sets that often. Like I don't see them just doing the same set in a different color. So I kind of like that, always having like a different style to choose from. I put both socks on and then both shoes. Probably like crime movies, like mafia movies. I was just in Italy and Europe, but I would love to go to Africa, South Africa, and you know, just like the safari. I want to get in a safari car and just drive through and listen to like the Lion King soundtrack. Oh my God, like whatever I can get my hands on. Pasta is always my go-to. Italian is my heart, so probably just a big bowl of pasta or sushi or ice cream, honestly. Sometimes I'll just eat ice cream. Like I love Baskin Robbins. I love that's like a 90s thing. But yeah, no, I love sweets. I'm like a complete sweet tooth. Probably just go get a donut. I actually do. And sometimes I think about how crazy that is. I'm like, this is why you're like pre-diabetic. Like you need to stop. But I work out, so I try to like balance, you know. Yeah, maybe that's enough. Maybe I need to up it. But I feel like my job's sort of a workout too, because it's physical, you know. Get the heart rate going. I really like the name Sky, so maybe something Sky, or I also think the name Stormy is so cute. My name now, I just followed this girl, Charly Jordan, on Instagram and always just kind of liked the name. And then when it came time to make a name, I was just like, oh, what's it gonna be? And I was like, probably Charlie just feels right. And then I just had to think of a last name, and I'm a Gemini, and I love the summer. So I was like, oh, Charlie Summer. Never. I mean, maybe like if someone I like loved like was doing it, I would do it with them or something. If they really wanted me to, but like I'll eat falafel and vegan options, but I do love my meat. I don't think I could do it. I've always wanted to shoot with Jason Love, but he's not really in the industry anymore. So I don't know if that'll ever happen. Oh, I would love that. A company. I'd love to shoot for Dorsal because they're over in Europe. I think that would be a cool experience to do it over there. Also, always kind of thought it would be cool to do, what's the bondage company that used to have it in like the castle? Kink, yeah, Kink. I'm a big movie repeater, so to think of the one I've watched the most, I've watched Mean Girls so many times. I think I could literally, not even that that's my favorite, but I think I literally know every line to that one. And the songs too, like the soundtrack too. I was just thinking about this the other day, and honestly, Honestly, I think I would be a secret agent. Like, I think I would be like Secret Service. I'd be like a PI, like Charlie PI. Or a meteorologist. If you wanted to be something more like Norm, I'd be a meteorologist. I want to like stand out in the storms of the microphone and like the hurricanes and be like, Charlie Summer here. There's a lot of winds. They're going like 100 miles an hour. Yes, I love the High School Musical soundtrack. I love the Godfather soundtrack. I love Uncut Gems had an amazing soundtrack. Also, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, great soundtrack. Definitely. Yeah. Have a lot of love for the classics and older stuff. Always have. I love going to like old hotels, like the Chateau Marmont. Just, I don't know why. I love old shit. Maybe it's nostalgic for me in some way. I think like the 50s would be really cool. Or also like, when was American Graffiti? I feel like that time period. That would be dope too. I love Mel's. I love like diners. Like all that shit's so cool. Not much in my adult life, but when I was a kid, I would play like Club Penguin, Webkins, like all that type of stuff. I had a bunch of like video games, like horse riding video games, and also, but okay, there was one I started during the pandemic, and it was Red Dead Redemption. That was really fun. I really liked it because there was horsies. I could ride them around and catch. I rode the horses. I would sometimes like get like maybe a pig for like pelts or something, but I mostly just wanted to ride around the Wild West. I think if I like had a job back then in that era, I would be like the Pony Express. Um, Sometimes there's like this armpit fetish, which isn't my favorite. If I had to pick, I don't super mind it, but it's just not that hot to me. But I don't like judge anyone or think it's not hot that they think it's hot. Just not my personal favorite. I am Native American and Irish. But hmm, I don't know. I was gonna do one of those um, tests where you find out. So I'm gonna do that at some point and then I'll know for sure. But I don't exactly know. But my dad would always tell me that I'm Native American, so I just believed him. That's true, but my parents are from up north, so I'm assuming it must have been a tribe up from up north, like Maine. I was born in Florida, and then when I was 5, I moved to North Carolina, and I lived there till I was like 16, and then moved back to Florida and spent the rest of my time there until present day now.